The giant chip maker Nvidia has really been helping to drive the market higher for some time, thanks largely to the role it plays in the artificial intelligence world. And Doug Flynn is here now, Flynn Zito Capital Management. And it'll be after the bell, after 4 p.m. Eastern, that Nvidia releases. In this quarter, what can you expect from a company that's already been delivering so much?
Yeah, I mean, the market is definitely expecting another gangbusters quarter. But if you look at the last 4 quarters, I've been tracking it. A year ago, it beat estimates by 18%. And then 3 quarters ago, it beat it by 11, and then 9. And then last quarter, it beat it by 5%. So what you're noticing is you're getting a smaller and smaller increase in terms of beating expectations. So what's really going to be important here is whether they beat expectations, of course, and that's going to dictate what happens to the stock and then the market, but also looking for the language on what's coming. What's the guidance for the upcoming quarter? That's really what we're digging into.
Now, the company's been around for a long time, but it's only the last couple of years here where it's getting all this attention because of the chips they make, as I said, related to AI, artificial intelligence. What would you say is the secret to Nvidia's success? What does it do that nobody else does, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, it has 80% market share in that area of AI. So I think that's probably it more than anything else. Now, as other companies come in and try to compete and try to come in and undercut, like anything else, the cost for those chips, which are what are driving all of this revenue, is they're tens of thousands of dollars as everybody upgrades to kind of incorporate AI. And honestly, I think in the beginning, still here we are in terms of the applications across all the industries in the market and in private life. So people are going to come in, other companies are going to come in to this marketplace. But that's been the secret. They have a head start. They've got a better product. And they've got a huge amount of market share, so they're leveraging that as much as they can.
We'll pass that report on in our next hour of coverage once it's released from Nvidia, see if they do live up or surpass expectations. Before we go, though, Doug, let me ask you about the consumer again, because we were just talking about Walmart, and then today Target had an earnings report that came out already, and that seemed to be something of a disaster. You see the worst earnings in a couple of years. What's going on at Target?
Yeah, complete opposite. It's interesting. If you look at the high-end consumer, they still have money, they're still spending. And Walmart, which represents sort of on the lower end, what's happened, I think Target kind of went in the middle, and those people got squeezed. I think a lot of them went down market, if you will, and continued to spend. So Walmart was the recipient of that. And Walmart just did not, Target did not execute in their space. And so their earnings were down, their revenue was down. And more importantly, once again, the guidance, they're saying upcoming quarter is not going to be good. And that's just what everybody's focusing in on, is how well everything's doing, fine or poorly how it's doing, what's coming up. And Target said, we're not doing so well. And I think that's the reason why, and that's why the stock took it on the chin today. That's no question.
Yeah, in a big way. All right. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it as always. Closing bell time on.